I remember there was one I heard once about a young boy who got trapped in a lake inside a cage.
But he loved his trainers so much.
He wasn't going to get them wet, but even though he had to get out there,
and even though he thought that was the important thing because it's material value, he actually drowned, and the trainers were no good to him then.
Star Sailor.
Hives, hate to say, I told you so. Now I want to clear a couple of things up. Obviously, me and Steve, we love Carl. This is the things we give Carl to read and talk. Is not to embarrass him or stress him out at all. We genuinely like his view of the world.
Yep.
In fact, we did an interview yesterday with a bloke from the Standard who really liked the show and said, "Do you like Carl? Because you take the piss out of him a lot." You know, we just like to say we love Carl. I said to that bloke, I said, "It's like I've got a new kitten. I can't wait to get in and see his little face on Saturdays," didn't I?
yes.
And I think I'm worried because I thought I'd give Carl something he would really get his teeth into with these Aesop fables. It involves animals and, you know, little stories. But I've given him a couple and he doesn't seem to be that impressed or understand the concept.
It's just that you said you'd bring in an animal fact book as well, and I can't see that anywhere.
No. Well, you can only read one book at a time, can't you?
Why didn't you bring the other one in first?
Well, it's big. I've got to work my way up to it. Sometime I'll probably have to get a cab because it's a bit big. Now listen, I'll give this one. This is an easy one. Now just think, right? Think just what it means. They're not that hidden. They're not that cryptic. Just think what this means, okay? Okay. When the Hares addressed a public meeting and claimed that all should have fair shares, the Lions answered, "A good speech, hairy feet, but it lacks claws and teeth such as we have."
How would you use that?
No. What do you think that means? This is translated from the, I don't know, Greek or something, I don't know. It was Aesop. Where's he from?
Greek.
Yeah. So, shall I do it in my own language? Okay, so what would happen if there's hares, and they have a meeting in the jungle with, like, loads of lions, and go, "Hey, hold on, wait a minute, I think we should all be equal and share everything, alright?" And the lions go, "Well, yeah, it's easy for you to say, we've got claws and teeth."
Yeah.
What does that mean?
It's saying, like, course the hares want that, because it's better for them. The lions get nothing out of it, because they're already king of the jungle.
That's right. So it's negotiating from weakness. Anyone can negotiate from strength, but negotiating from weakness is it's be lovely. It's a lovely utopian look at the animal kingdom.
But the way you said it is better than the way they worded it.
Well, that's because Ricky's very much the modern Aesop. I mean, many people have thought that. You know, that's why he's getting a lot of awards with the TV show. For him, that's a favourite.
So look, hey, I'll take that home and read ones you like and tell me about the ones you like. Ones that click. I don't care if you only come in with like one or two. Go, I'll tell you what, Rick, there's one thing that I've learned from that. You know, because sometimes you can know all these phrases, and until something happens, you don't think, you know, everyone's heard, you know, I don't know, to err is human, to forgive divine. And then something, you know, might happen, and you go, oh, that's what that means, that's amazing. So, you know.
Do you know any, Steve, offhand?
What's that?
A fable.
Well, I would imagine that the most famous one I've always remembered is the lion with the thing in its hoof. Do you remember that?
Paw.
The lion, yeah, with the spike in its paw, and a smaller animal gets out for it, but it still attacks it anyway.
Well, that's life, isn't it?
Well, I read one the other day, actually, which was very interesting. It was one that the famous film director Orson Welles said.
Oh, yeah.
Which he said, apparently there was a bear going across a lake, wading through the lake, and a scorpion said, well, let me go on your back, will you? Come on, just let me go on your back, we'll go across, it'll be brilliant. He goes, well, no, you'll just sting me. You go, don't be stupid, if I sting you, you'll die, and we'll both drown. And he goes, oh, fair enough.
Who was doing the stinging?
The scorpion.
Right, okay.
And the bear's wading through the water.
Yeah.
So the scorpion jumps on the back, and they wade through the water, and halfway across, the scorpion stings the bear. And the bear goes, well, we're both gonna die now. He goes, yeah, it's my nature.
I thought he was gonna say, I can swim.
Oh, you're the best.
What's the one about,
Does that mean anything to you? It's my nature, i.e., you know, that's in my nature.
That's the way it is.
That's what I do, yeah. I'm a scorpion. Yeah. One of my favourite ones.
These don't mean anything to you, do they? I mean, one thing is you're not impressed by them.
They're alright.
What about this? What about this one?
You don't
here's one of my favourites. What?
He said, well, why not just say, don't trust bears?
The bear's the one that was too trustworthy. Don't trust scorpions.
Yeah.
Right, it's one of my favourite ones of all time, okay? A lion is dying, it's an old lion, he's in the front of his cave, and all the animals come around, like the foxes and the hyenas, and the rabbits, and they're all taking the piss out of him, and they're laughing at him, and they're laughing, going, you can't fight us now, and just before he dies, he goes, fine, but I was a lion once. What does that mean?
Don't know.
Well, he's saying, it's better to have lived and had what I had, because I was great, if only for a short time, and you lot are still alive, but you're nothing. You're rabbits and hares. I was a lion once, so, you know,
Are they always using animals for these stories?
Well, yeah, I could change it to refrigerators and household appliances if it would make it help, but animals, you know.
I remember the one about being ill a lot, and you say something about,
Go on.
you know, if you keep doing that, if you keep having time off, well, I won't believe you.
That's the boy who cried wolf. Is
Yeah.
that right? Yeah. Do you know that one?
Have you heard the famous one? This is possibly the most powerful one. When you're pulling a face, and they say, well, if you
Wind
keep doing that, the wind changes.
I've
You
heard
don't say like that. Because you know that's scientifically proven.
That is.
That can happen.
That can happen.
Should we have hip hop hooray?
Yeah.
Are you queued up for that?
No, but go on, you,
Carl, sort it out, mate.
I was gonna...
No, come on, this is why I asked you to play, mate. If you've not, you know, you're getting too big for your boots now with your showbiz lifestyle. You're not paying
Yeah.
attention, are you? You're not playing
Yeah.
the record if we want you to play it.
Heat magazine's favourite.
Yeah. Okay, so,
Oh, you dropped that, you've
CD now,
embarrassed
that's
us.
clumsy.
Oh.
You know, you're, you know, with the big
I
name
can't
you
believe
take
you're
off
not.
the top.
Oh, fables are great.
He's not impressed, is he, Rick?
No, I am. I mean, you know, once I take this book home tonight and that,
Yeah.
have a read, I might change my mind on them next week.
You're coming all stressed. and
I'm not impressed with the ones you've been talking about, I must admit.
Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
this album is by this group Nerd, who are big hip-hop and R&B
Oh,
producers in the States.
yeah.
We've played a track from them in the past, Bobby James. This album's been re-recorded, I don't know why exactly, with live instruments. You don't get many R&B and hip-hop records now with live instruments, so it's pretty...
It's all computers, isn't it, Steve, these
That's
days,
fair
and drum machines.
And there is a forthcoming single. I suspect it might be this track, Rockstar. I'm not going to play that. I'm going to play track 2, Things Are Going to Get Better.
New Order, here to stay. Sadly, we're not here to stay, Steve. We've only got about 2 more minutes.
That's true enough.
Yeah?
Well, I think that's just time for some interesting facts that Johnny Mango, our researcher from loosecontrol.com, has emailed us. A few familiar ones, favourite ones of yours, I think.
Go on. Any ones I don't know, though?
I think you know this one, don't you? A pig's orgasm lasts for 30 minutes.
I know. And a pig can't actually look directly up. Wouldn't
can
thought
look
so
directly
after
up.
30 minutes of coming.
No, absolutely.
Daddy, be careful here.
That's incredible.
Remember what happened to Tom Bins? Go on.
Humans and dolphins are the only species that have sex for pleasure.
Bonobos do as well, they've rediscovered. Which is a,
Bonobo?
yeah,
bonobo?
a chimpanzee, like a chimpanzee.
Right.
So, yeah. So it's 3 now.
Can't believe dolphins are getting
They're
more
3,
activity.
they're all at it now. Dolphins get Yeah.
Polar bears are left-handed.
Yeah.
Which is extraordinary. I don't quite know how they work that out. Did they give them spelling tests? Or writing tests?
Oh yeah, they probably just do it. It's probably the paw they use to hide up the black nose during a hunt.
Of course,
Yeah.
of course. Some lions mate over 50 times a day.
Yeah, not every day of the year.
Okay, they don't do that every day.
No.
Okay, because again, I'm worried.
No.
I didn't think that dolphins...
What day of the year do you do it 50 times? What is it? It's coming up to it. It's April, isn't it? You'd like to get out there.
I have a special day, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we could coincide that with the balloon event. It'll just be me quietly humping in the corner. Volunteers, welcome to email now, you know. And all the proceeds go to charity.
If you are a desperate lioness.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Butterflies taste with their feet.
I didn't know that.
Interesting.
I didn't know that.
That is interesting.
But they don't eat much, do they? Because they only live a day.
Good point.
They wouldn't need to eat.
An ostrich's eye is bigger than its brain.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah.
That's extraordinary.
That is, yeah.
And the,
But Carl, how big are your eyes?
cruel. Finally, I think we've discussed this before, haven't we? A cockroach will live 9 days without its head
Yeah.
before it starves to death.
Yeah, that's only because it can't get water and food. Yeah, it would be quite happy going around doing its normal things.
Yeah.
I mean,
Probably
if,
could work.
if you're just as good without your head as with your head,
May as well not have a head.
I don't see the point. Well, that was thanks to Johnny Mango there of what's his website called? It was turned into a sort of volunteered researcher.
Yeah.
He's very fast. very quick.
Losecontrol.com. Can I just say as well, we've had lots of emails from different people just saying they enjoy the show and offering little tidbits and things. Nick Wilson, Sarah and Lauren, Ken, Dan, Jane, she wanted some Ash, we didn't play Ash, never mind.
Oh.
Lee, Jez, Derry, there's loads of people there.
Well, I'm gonna, again, we were talking earlier about, you know, you not caring about being like a geek or a freak or
right,
not
it's not-
trendy. No, I'm just saying.
I am trendy, I am.
And I know, yeah. And I'm going to play a bit of an easy listening. I apologise to those people who still tune in and expect to hear 2 hours of new metal or Gorillaz. And this is a very old-fashioned, lovely tune. It's Bread. I hope you enjoy it.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage, Brett.
Nirvana. Man Who Sold the World. Carl's all confused because it didn't tell you it was ended, did it? What is that then? Is that a sort of glitch in the computer?
Just applause, isn't it?
I
Careful,
can't
they
hear
might
it.
start swearing, you know what they're like. Rock stars.
Yeah, yeah.
Blue language.
Yeah, and all their habits and all
Oh.
that. Yeah, like it says track ending now. It's a bit
Stop
late now,
talking about
innit?
this, that you're giving away all the secrets of radio and that. People think it's like an old piece of vinyl that we've put on a needle, you know, like those old bits of footage of Tony Blackburn. That's what they think it's like. They don't realise there's computers doing it all.
Yeah.
Rick, you're showing them behind the curtain. Never do that.
I won't. I
Never
won't
do that, mate.
In the week, I called Carl up. I said, "How are you, mate?" He went, "Not too bad." Now, as you know, his girlfriend's been away for ages, hasn't she? Covering the World Cup, the
African nations.
Nations Cup. She's a sports journalist.
Well, yeah.
All right. Okay.
I love the fact you're thinking, what does that mean? Like, well, she's not much of a journalist, Rick, to be honest.
Oh.
I've read some of her stuff.
No, but she's not on air. She does stuff, you know.
Yeah.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
A lot of journalists do. You always want to make clear that you're not going out with Kate Adie. That's what you want to make clear, isn't it? Yeah. Now, so she'd seen none of the meteoric rise of Carl as a
Right, 'cause
broadcaster.
she's been away for the whole time
a
since you've sort of
raconteur,
become...
Yeah.
a wit,
Yeah.
a cult figure, to be honest. And he hadn't told her this. So apparently he went home and she was sitting there looking a bit grumpy. He went, "All right." She went, "Yeah." She went, "Should we go out then?" She went, "I'm not sure I want to go out with an idiot." Right?
Oh, no!
Yeah, because, and she went, "Loch Ness Monster, won't you just think, of course the Loch Ness Monster lives in Loch Ness." And she was giving a bit of a hard time, and she went, "That's why I don't," he said, "that's why I didn't tell her, I didn't tell her really. Same thing happened when I was at school and I had to play drums in Little Donkey. I didn't tell my parents, right, but my dad turned up anyway, and what happened?"
He
How old were you, Carl?
well, it was the school that I used to go to.
Oh, yeah.
Like-
Oh yeah,
So-
oh yeah, you
what-
used to go to the school you used to go to?
No, but what I mean
Go
is,
on.
I didn't go to secondary, did I? So I missed a lot of that.
Sure.
But primary, I liked.
Oh,
it was
okay.
all colouring in and stuff.
Yep.
And it was a Christmas play, and I managed to get a part in it. And
Did you audition?
got a part in it, and I should have been playing the drums to the one about Kings.
We Three Kings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was meant to be doing that, but Little Donkey came on, and it was one of the.
What do you mean came on?
That was like next up on you know the next song,
Right.
and it's one of them songs that you can't help sort of.
Tapping along to.
Yeah. Do you know, like if I was to go
Yeah, you'd have to finish it with,
yeah. Do you know that they actually send that into space?
do they?
And
What, hoping that aliens will respond with that?
yeah, they do that because apparently it is one of them things that you can't help.
What, even if you're an alien life form?
Yeah.
They know that, do they?
But anyway,
What, because they watch Star Trek or something?
Hello. Knock knock.
Yeah.
no, seriously.
Is it true, like, if we
who's
send
there?
out knock into space, yeah, they have to say that.
Oggy, oggy, oggy. Oh,
Do you
that
always do
is
this,
that
man?
is
Do you look into
great.
it? Seriously.
Oh, hold on, what's something out there? Was it a little green fellow? That is great.
Yeah. So anyway,
That is
Little Donkey is like one of them tunes that you can't. And I was there, and I had the drumstick, and I thought, oh god,
The drumstick.
I could feel myself. And anyway,
Just wanting to do it, yeah.
I started going along and playing Little Donkey, which I wasn't meant to do, but it went down such a storm.
What, were there people like parents and that dozing off, and then suddenly they heard your version of Little Donkey, they thought, wait a minute, now it's really picking up.
What do you mean?
I'm glad we paid £1.50 for this.
What do you mean it went down such a storm? I'm going, hold on, was it like when
People have
Ringo...
lights in the air.
It was like when Ringo joined the Beatles, now
Yeah.
going, boo, Pete Best, but he went,
Yeah, they
and I went, whoa! Oh,
No,
God.
but the teacher just said, oh, it went down really well, you can do that again tonight,
Right.
when you're in it again. But anyway, so my dad was there, and...
And you hadn't told him about this performance, so
no, I
he
never
just
did.
turned up
I
off
never
his own
did.
back.
I never took the letters home and stuff to,
No.
you know, show my mum and dad, because it just put me off. So, Anyway, he turned up, don't know why, he must have heard from someone else's dad.
Yeah.
He turned up, and he swore about me, which...
Did he?
I don't...
Could you use a word
that's allowed
that's...
to be said? The word?
Of course it is.
Right. If you got a kid in the car or anything, you can turn it down now.
Yeah.
Right? But he said, there was a guy stood next to him with a camera, big video camera filming it, and he said, yeah, film it, but try and avoid getting the twat in the hat in the shot, because I had one of those porters, you know, the little round pork pie hats on.
Right.
This is so sad.
What was this a nativity play?
It was about Jesus and stuff.
Yeah, well, there was a porter there helping him with his bags.
Yes, there was. I forgot.
I
yeah.
mean, Mary and
What,
Joseph,
managing the
they got
stable?
there. Yeah, because it was the whole, you know, because the inn was full.
Yeah.
But I think the porter doubled up with the inn and the stable.
Right, that was nice.
So
of
he,
him.
yeah,
He carry bags over. Yeah.
yeah, no, so yeah.
You're right, though. I don't know why I was wearing one of them, but I was. And
And your father said that. And how did you know your father said that? Did you
he told
hear
me
it?
about it later.
Oh, he told you about it later.
Yeah, I was talking about stuff I'd done at school, and he said, "Oh God, remember that?" And I spoke to him the other day about it,
Right.
and yeah,
Oh, God.
shame.
So that was the end of your sort of drumming career, really? Because it could have been. I mean, you know, the audience loved it the night before. You could have like been like, who knows, a whole new world for you.
Yeah,
Have you done any stuff?
I've never drummed. I wish I had, man. I wish I had.
that is
That's a movie story, but
is that, and that's why you don't, and you don't tell, your mum and dad don't know you on the radio,
No,
do
they
they?
think when they were down the other weekend, they had to come in here. I just said, "Oh, I'll just go in and press the buttons."
Because they could listen on Sky Digital, couldn't they?
They could do.
But you wouldn't want that, would you?
I don't want that.
No. Play a
Carl-
record, and I want to talk to you again a little bit about this later.
yeah,
Right. Came up with a good idea.
we'll be the judge of that.
Well, I'll do it now. It's not a good idea.
Okay.
Okay. I'm sticking my neck out here. But I think this isn't going to be a good idea.
Okay.
Thoughts?
Well, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to second that motion.
Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're both right.
See-through skin.
High five, Rick. Okay, monkey news.
Do you want a bit?
Yes, please. Play
Jingle.
the jingle.
This rash is weird. Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Right. Right, they were filming a documentary, right, this telly company,
Yeah.
doing a documentary.
Who? Which one?
Don't know.
No, what was the documentary about?
About monkeys.
Yeah. Where was it?
Africa.
Right. When was this?
I haven't got a date.
Okay. Recently, though, since the advent of television, obviously.
Yeah. Actually, a bit of extra monkey news if you want it.
Okay, always.
Do you know the,
Monkey news extra. Go on.
do you know the Halfords ads?
Halford's ads. I don't think so. No. What happens?
Halfords, they've you know, they sell nuts and bolts and stuff.
Right.
They were using monkeys in the ads.
Okay. Yeah. And what happened?
Packet.
Don't they sell bikes, Halfords?
Well, mainly.
Bicycles and motorbike stuff in that. Okay, so yeah, so they're using monkeys in the advert. What happened?
I can't handle it.
What?
I can't do this. Look at
What?
him. Look at him.
I don't care what he's doing.
Well, basically, right, there was a load of hassle because they were using these monkeys in this Halfords advert.
Yes.
Right.
And what happened? Get to the point.
It turned out there wasn't a problem because they were mechanics in the first place.
What, they were monkey mechanics?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Mental.
What are you talking about? That's not a story.
Well, anyway, listen, let's get back on
They were
to...
mechanics in the first place.
Right, listen. Right, so they're making this documentary. Right? And they stumble across a little gang of... Come
on, just get on with it, please.
Little gang of monkeys. That's
Yes.
the first time I've ever laughed. I'll hear that.
I know. Well, brilliant. What do you want? A cake? Come on.
Can we play a song?
Oh, I don't understand what is wrong with you, you freak.
It's making me laugh.
Just tell us the story.
Alright then, alright. So anyway, right, so there's this documentary being made. They found a little gang of monkeys.
Right, play a song. I don't know what's going on here. I apologise.
Got to hide your love away. According to the Beatles on XFM 104.9, I'm Ricky Gervais with me, Steve Merchant. Right, Carl, come on,
where
monkey
were we?
news.
Where were
Everyone's
we?
composed. The jingle, please.
Oh, chimpanzee, that monkey news.
Excellent. Okay.
Right, where were we?
We would just start again. There's some people making a documentary.
For what? Okay,
Making a documentary in in the jungle and that.
Right.
Stumble across a little gang.
Okay, come on.
All right.
A little gang of monkeys.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So the camera crew are there filming it.
Yes.
Everything's going normal.
It's all fine.
Nothing odd about it.
Okay. They're not running a restaurant, they've not got any barber shops, nothing.
No.
Just regular monkeys going about their business, yeah.
So anyway, what normally happens is the monkeys stick with the partner.
They already do what?
They don't sort of sleep around and that. Once they find a girlfriend or the boyfriend or whatever,
Yeah.
they stick with them, right?
Okay.
But anyway, they were watching this one, right? And it's going around a bit, sleeping around,
Oily.
and it was getting fatter. They thought this is a bit odd,
Yeah.
right? So followed it round and see it having it away. Turns out, little prostitute.
Oh, God!
It's a little monkey prostitute.
It was getting fatter because it was charging them bananas.
What a load of old rubbish.
It's charging them bananas! What was it, a boy or... It was a...
Woman. Little woman monkey.
That's the most extraordinary monkey news I've ever heard.
Oh! That is genius!
Has this documentary been televised?
I don't think it's been on yet.
No.
And that's all the information you've got?
Yeah.
And is that's one banana for everything?
Now, half a banana is for...
Just oral.
A paw job.
Right.
If you want full-blown, monkey sex, it is 2.5 bananas.
Sure.
So,
Let's just play a song. Okay.
Oh,
That's
because
like
you
a
can't
game.
laugh because of the fight in the ribs.
Oh, yeah,
Because you
the
took
ribs,
quite
yeah.
a bad... I have to say, though, that I remember we were talking on the radio about what Ricky should come out to for the big match. For those that don't realise, Ricky at Christmas, there's a TV show on. Ricky, I don't know why, even to this day, why you agreed to do it.
Nor do I.
But he's doing a celebrity boxing match, fighting, and he was described at the beginning of the fight, Rick, I don't realise if you, I don't know if you know this, he was described as entrepreneur, Grant Bovey.
Well,
Husband of Anthea Turner. I don't know what that means exactly.
Well, he does bits of business, actually.
Businessman.
Sure. Yeah,
Yeah.
businessman,
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
Yeah.
But
Like Arthur Daly
What
was
was I
entrepreneur.
described as?
yeah, you were described as yeah, I think fat funny man.
Oh, right,
He might be
great.
something like that, or a comedian and actor. But Ricky came out to Mama Said Knock You Out by LL Cool J.
Nice.
I don't know whose suggestion it was, I think it might be mine, but it was blinding. And I noticed you were really, they'd almost, I mean, it was ludicrous, really. You came out in the shorts, you had the,
Well, I was acting up.
I know,
doing
but you
it,
really
but they were going, don't you laugh on my corner. And I think I overdid it, didn't I?
well, he was kind of prowling around the ring, staring staring Bovey out and staring the crowd out.
So embarrassing.
And kind of looking really, but of course he's got this ludicrous beer belly. Do you know what I mean? So it looks like Johnny
I did all
Vegas
the
is like
training
the
I was meant to
boxing.
do.
Yeah. And Bovey
dear.
looks quite a sort of athletic guy,
He's really
so he
fit,
looks
wasn't
like
he?
he could actually be a boxer.
But did you have like I'm obviously they're filming it for telly. Did you have the production crew saying, right, stop, cut, can you just throw that punch again? Rick?
No, it was a real
no, they
fight.
just
So it really
let
was
them
a
go.
proper
I think
fight.
people are going to be surprised. I think they're going to see it's a realer fight
And I
than
tell
they
you, it's
imagined.
unpleasant. I mean, it's actually an unpleasant
Okay,
thing.
well, I'll tell
It
you
is,
now
yeah.
what Carl said, because
What did he
Carl was
say?
there, and he said to me, I can't do his accent. He
Right.
went, oh no, it wasn't nice.
No,
wasn't
it wasn't
nice.
nice.
No,
No,
it
it's not.
was, although I have to say, I was really kind of riled up by it. I mean, I've never been to a fight before, and I just was like, come on! I was like, smash his face! I was really shouting, I was just going crazy.
Shouting for me, though, were you?
No, I was shouting for, then I just decided to try and freak everyone, so I was shouting, kiss him, snog him, lick him, ask him out! I was shouting that in a vain attempt to throw someone, and, it was extraordinary, but I tell you, I think you'd be better off, like, if they sort of brought back wrestling. Wrestling from the 70s,
Oh,
like Big
like
Daddy and
wrestling would be
Haystacks.
fun.
Nick McManus.
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Because I think
'cause
that you've got more the physique for
I
wrestling.
think I'm too young for wrestling on British
they were always
television.
about 65.
I
weren't
think
they?
they're 58, one of them,
Yeah.
Les Keller.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the outfits are fun.
Oh, they get, yeah, all a
Extraordinary,
bit
yeah.
too tight, weren't they? some
Yeah,
of
and it
those
was always that kind of
outfits?
shiny, whatever preceded lycra.
I know, with just a little winkle showing.
Little winkle.
Little mother with a little winkle in their tight shorts.
Why were you looking? Oh, I've done you.
Oh, play a record.
I've done you. I'm not. Well, answers, please.
I'm not one of them.
You're not looking at mine now, are you?
Those are the Red Hot Chili Peppers, and they're still going strong.
Oh, indeed, yes.
That's one of my favourite tunes of the year.
You
like
enjoyed that? Yes, absolutely. Yeah,
These are all
yeah.
mutual. We love them all. We're not
Absolutely,
really,
yeah, no,
we're
we're
not
not.
annoying each other by putting in
Not
songs
at
the
all.
other one doesn't like.
Not
We're
at
like a
all.
team today, isn't it? I think that's the Christmas spirit. I don't know what it is.
We've come together, we're sort of unified, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the absence of Carl.
Yeah.
Who often divides us, he often comes between us.
Does he?
Like, yeah,
Does he
well,
do
I'll tell you
that?
what it's
Yeah.
like. It's like a child. Like, it's like we're a married couple and he's sort of our autistic child or
Oh,
something, you know,
right,
and sometimes it just puts a strain on the marriage. You know, and we all three of us love each other. You know.
Yeah, because he does love
but
you
some-
guys.
yeah, exactly, but sometimes
I
it's hard,
hear
you
him
know.
talking about you in the office sometimes, you know. He looks up to you, aspires to you too.
But it's times
rightly
like this
so.
because
Yeah.
of, well, because of, to be honest, the baby Jesus, that we realise that there's beauty in everyone and it's all right.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
Exactly, and he's never had that before.
No.
Well, I have to say that I'm really getting into the Christmas spirit. When I was younger, I didn't really enjoy it. I was quite cynical. I was quite,
You're
rock and roll.
joking.
But now I'm sort of, I walk in a department store, and if there's one of the old, chestnuts are roasting on an open fire, which that classic tune, or any
I
of
thought
those,
you were one of those old boys that stand outside the British Museum.
right, yeah.
No, right, you mean the tune, yeah.
You know, that one, or, how does it go? Chestnuts roasting on an open fire?
Chestnuts roasting on
Yeah.
Jack Frost nipping at your nose.
But I can't get enough of them. I love it. I'm in the department store, it's frosty outside, it's warm in there.
Have you ever roasted your chestnuts on an open fire?
I have never done that. No, I have
Imagine
not done
that.
that. I have not done that.
Just backing up to it like that with your little chestnuts hanging out like a bulldog.
What would you be wearing? You'd probably just, I imagine you'd have your dressing gown on, you'd just hoik it up,
Just
like,
pull
so
it
your
up,
arse was showing.
pop 'em down, like, tuck it in like a lovely lady.
Yeah.
So you look like a lovely lady from the front, but behind,
Yeah.
it looks like a bulldog dragging a tree.
Yeah,
And,
exactly.
and you just pop them in the grate.
Yeah, and you would, because you want to be careful of too much roasting, so I imagine you'd want to just kind of ease
toast
yourself
them.
in slowly.
Lightly toast them.
And if it feels too hot, get out of there. Get the hell out of there.
Yeah.
That's, if any kids are listening, try that.
No!
What?
No.
Like there's a kid thinking, I'm gonna roast my chestnuts on an open fire. I don't think there's even a child that's
I
doing
don't want
that.
someone to do it and then the parents go and Steve Merchant's told our children to do
Yeah.
it. We're probably
Okay.
we're probably in trouble
So
now
a
because
kid,
of that.
where's the
Kids
kid gonna
don't.
find an open fire like those? I mean, it has to be the sort that they use, those kind of barrels. It can't just be open fire at home. That doesn't count. That's just stupid. If you're gonna do it properly.
Oh no. We're having such a nice time there.
We've lowered the tone. I'll tell you what'll perk us all up though. Richard Anderson has emailed us. Dickie
Oh, so
Anderson.
he's loving the show, is he?
Well, I don't know if you've heard this, Carl. Carl, I've called you Carl.
That's okay. That's
Um,
okay. I'm Claire, pleased to meet you.
Is it
the shaved head or the stupidity?
Yeah. It was the k sound. Because didn't I call you Arthur or Jack or something last time?
You called me,
I can't remember.
I don't know, but it was quite
But,
embarrassing.
Claire, I'll be honest with you, Claire's quite an unmemorable name. if I'm
Yeah,
truthful.
I know.
But yeah, Dickie Anderson, he's a guy, I'll be honest with you, he's not a big fan of the show. But
Is he
he's,
not?
well, we're getting to winning round. He says, dear Ricky, the more disappointing your show becomes, the more I seem to look forward to it.
Ah.
Now I see your face plastered across London. Is your show some sort of curse put on me by an old gypsy woman I've annoyed? A good point, Dickie, but,
Dickers.
but Randers, as I call it.
Yeah.
I
He
think we're
can't
winning-
listen now, I know what he's doing.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
tucked him in, he's backing into the fire as we speak, and he wants to roast them until they spit. Oh dear.
Oh.
Thanks for listening, Anders.
Thanks for,
It's-
and Merry Christmas to you and Happy New Year.
and as you know, you've got a lot to look forward to, because our first hour is always the best.
That's exactly
So
right.
you're going to be loving it till 3, cockers. Oh dear. What should we play?
Well, this is, every so often I get sent, a CD by a friend of mine, Harry, who, just sorts me out with tunes
That's
that I may have
such a
missed.
good idea, by
It
the
is a
way.
great
I think
idea, and,
fantastic.
this is one that, I think it came out this year, it's a Teenage Fan Club, and they teamed up with Jad Fair, and I think it's a mixed bag, the album, apparently, but this is one of the good tunes on it, Near to You.
No. Oh, it's not me, Steve. Honestly, it keeps
Claire, it
stopping.
looks like it's you.
No, honestly.
You're pressing buttons, you're fiddling with buttons.
No,
Right.
look, comes back again, look.
Right, you can't play that.
Look, I
Claire,
didn't touch it.
this never happens when Carl's here.
It does.
It does, you're right, yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you what I'm gonna do. I'll swap it into another CD machine. Can we play Oasis?
Oh,
It's
that's
another one of my favourites. The Oasis back on form.
Yeah, no, Rick, I'm not discrediting the tune, I just feel like...
Oh,
I'm
Steve's
gonna
not
carry on.
happy.
No, it was a good hour. It was a good hour of radio, and it's just been cheap
Actually, you're
and
right. It's
debased.
just gone 2 o'clock, and already.
Yeah.
Starting to fall apart.
Well, this is,
This doesn't bode well for the Comedy Awards,
This is a good anthem. This is a good Britpop anthem. Old Noel back on form with the old singer-songwriting. This is Little by Little, an Oasis. He's a giant. He's like a giant, isn't it? And he's a giant, and he starts off little and gets bigger.
Little by little, he gets
little
bigger.
by little, but well, bigger by bigger, I'd have called it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
yeah, well, that's what makes you,
So,
a genius.
award-winning.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oasis, little by little.
Little by little, do you want to
we
explain who
played
you
some
are?
great tunes. I'm Ricky Gervais.
No, I'm Steve Merchant, and that's close to just on your carpet. It's XFM 104.9.
Yeah. And, what
Playing
is
the
it
great
on
tunes of
Sky?
the
Was it on Sky?
Channel 864. Ricky, people are saying they can't see on the webcam. You just stick a leg up or something, just so that's his foot.
Yeah, was it just on you, is it? Oh, because most...
But they can't see me because I'm in camouflage,
Oh, yeah,
so
they
it's
just-
not a very interesting picture.
I got a wave, there you go.
Yeah.
Does anyone log on online?
I don't know how does the webcam look? I've not ever seen on a webcam. Is it just kind of, because normally aren't they kind of really sort of,
I'll show you. I'll
jarring
get up,
and
but we got-
Does it take pictures like a digital camera?
It's every
Or is
15 seconds it updates.
Oh, right,
every 15
okay.
You get a still picture.
It
so
still, is it right? I see. Okay.
Right. Oh, it's
that's what
still
we're getting
pictures,
there.
is it? I didn't
Yeah.
realise that.
Yeah, every 15
Oh, right.
seconds, yeah.
So they can't actually see, you know, like if I was to bust some amazing dance moves.
No, they
They
just
would just
get-
see
Well,
snapshots
if you did it every 15 seconds like you move, they could then print them off and do like a flicker book.
That would work.
So
Yeah.
they could see,
That'd be amazing.
they could see you doing windmills and, you know, really,
King Tuts.
yeah, all that, all that.
Yeah, scissor kick.
Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I love that.
Yes, correct.
He's one of my favourite artists now. I just think, he's so, I don't know why he's not ballistic. He's got everything. He's like one of our best rock stars. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Hello there.
You're Steve Merchant.
I am indeed.
Carl Pilkington over there. Big day today.
Really?
Yeah, for Carl. He hasn't been looking forward to it. He's been whinging in the week. A couple of things. He thinks he's overworked. He thinks he's overworked here, and he's stressed, and he's got to do DIY. MTV are coming in right, to give him the chance of his a lifetime to do just a little screen test, and he's going, well, I'm not going to look good, am I? They're not going to. Why? He said, well, I've got a round head and I'll be wearing headphones. And he's not made an effort. He thinks, oh, they'll put him off. He said, they won't even press record. He's got a spot on his head. I mean, you know,
Carl,
also
you're not looking forward to it. You're not excited about it. It's a great opportunity.
Why is it a great opportunity?
to get on MTV.
No, but
It's money for old rope.
yeah, but look what's happened to people like Jeremy Speak, or whatever his name is. And all
Jeremy
that.
Spike, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, slightly different, slightly different.
why is it?
Well,
See?
you're making it in the industry, and you've got something to give. He happened to be around when they were filming an airport. Do you see the difference?
All right, the other one then, who's on a boat.
Same thing, although at least she had a skill. She had a skill, you know. She can sing, you know.
Well, it's just. I think it can all go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it can. So can sitting in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar.
I'll
Right?
tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
Well, you're talking well, listen, me and Steve, yesterday, we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with two of the most incredible
Extraordinary.
things I told you about, and they're amazing. So there are things out there, or but just go for truth. Go for truth and science
Yeah,
and
that's what I do,
discovery.
that's what I do.
Don't,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like
yeah.
God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like, the last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday, there was no news, there was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something, on the telly, because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser. Pixies, Debaser. I was looking forward to playing that. Came and said, Carl, I'll play that. I was looking, he put it on. Lauren just called through and said, we played that in the last half hour.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. So,
It's really
what is the
embarrassing.
point of having a producer if he doesn't check things out? So, I mean, it's a good track. I mean, I'm sorry if you heard that twice in the last hour. Go on,
So
go
what
on, go
I
on,
do
what you
is
gonna say to that?
listen to everything all the time. I've been running around, I get in early on a Saturday,
We got in about the same time as me.
I went out and bought you some biscuits, so you're happy. I put the coffee on.
Yeah.
I sorted what prizes we're going to give away. I've been running to the library getting you certain tracks.
Yeah.
I can't listen all the time. I'm doing my best.
Oh, I'm not sure it's good enough, Tom. I mean, I'm worried when MTV come in, if they've heard this kind of shoddy production, they're going to start to
Well,
wonder what
MTV
you're...
is it-
play the same songs every 5
Yeah, no,
minutes anyway.
sorry, are you sort of overworked because you were on Zoe Ball show talking?
Oh, hello, what's going on here?
Well,
I
I
thought
was in the-
he was
no, I was in the-
exclusively on our show.
No, I was in the car.
I seem to remember, Rick, he was a nobody
Yeah.
that got a chance to come on air and talk about that.
And
So
guess
now
what he
he's
was
getting auditions with MTV?
Guess what he was talking about on Zoe's show?
Oh, hello.
All the jellyfish stuff and all that about
Can't
getting
believe it. Recycling
Yeah.
material that you've
Yeah.
done on this show.
I phoned in, right, and I went, stop doing materials, he just hung up on me.
Well, I had a job to do.
Who do you think you are? Your
Look,
ego has just gone through
Hang on a minute.
What?
I had a job to do in the week. They asked me to drive the desk for Zoe, right?
They didn't say talk.
Zoe, if she
Yes.
talks to you, you can't just ignore her.
Yes, you can.
you
Who
can't.
is she? Who does she think she is? You made a promise to us, a pact, that you were our kind of...
Monkey.
Yeah.
What can I do? If someone takes time off, I've got to do it. It's my job.
Yeah, but you don't have
not
to
your
talk,
job.
you don't have to use...
You're the head of production. We've given you this special gig. This is like taking you out weekends.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know, if we find out you're getting too much excitement in the week, we'll have to just calm it down. Get another little...
Well, that's it now anyway. It was only last week.
Do you know, I feel like kind of sullied. I feel betrayed. It's like you were having an affair behind our back.
Yeah.
And you rumbled
He
it.
was doing all the stuff, he was doing all this like, oh yeah, jellyfish and this, jellyfish
Yeah, because
that.
she was asking, and I thought it was a good way of promoting this show, actually.
Oh, did you mention the show?
Yeah, I did at some point.
Did you? What did you say?
I just said more about that on Saturday afternoons.
So you talked twice. I only heard you talk once, so you're talking all the time.
Well, about 5 times in the week. In the full week. 5 times.
Deary
Right.
me.
And one, it was just stuff.
You
that
could
we
never
do.
be a monk, could you? Chatting away all the time. Right, what have you got?
I blame Ball as well, to be honest. I feel Ball's slightly responsible for it.
Yeah.
She can't find her own, gibbon to get on the show. She
Yeah.
can't find her own kind of, loser, then don't start stealing ours. Outrageous.
Well, coming up. Right,
Yeah,
we've got
maybe
all-
we'll get Fatboy Slim in.
Indeed.
Next
Yeah.
Saturday, if you're listening, Slim,
Yeah.
come in on the show.
What's his name? Ernie or something?
What's his name?
Norman.
Norman.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Ernie!
Yeah. I don't know.
that's great, Ernie Ball.
Yeah.
Oh, he wouldn't change
Ernie
his name.
Cook.
Ernie Cook, that's it, yeah.
Right.
That's great.
Anyway,
Go
coming
on.
up today, we have got Educating Ricky.
Right,
Yeah.
okay, is this the last one? You've promised it might be.
I believe there's a book out that might help me with this feature, so we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of new features in the week. I've got, what did they come up with? I wanted to do Celebrity Fact Club.
Celebrity Fact Club, alright.
That's, I've just got to get some celebrities in first, before we can kick that off, so maybe in the new year.
Ball and
Maybe
Cook.
Zoe Ball, yeah.
Ball and Cook.
Yeah,
Start
yeah,
off.
Maybe, right, and I've also got,
Cook and Ball stories.
Yeah. That's nice.
good one.
Cheers. Thanks, Carl.
Yeah. Maybe you could sell that to Zoe's show.
And, I'm also thinking Through the Ricky Hole.
Through the Ricky hole, okay.
What's that?
That's, I'm quite...
No, you just got the title again, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, play record.
So, Rockbuster's coming up as well,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Wu-Tang Clan, Gravel Pit on XFM 104.9.
We're playing some great music today.
Yeah,
Rick. I wonder if we should maybe, it's getting towards Christmas, to think about others. Should we dedicate the show to all the people in the world who maybe are less privileged and less fortunate than us?
No.
No? Okay.
Have you to do the prizes for the,
Prizes? Okay. Alright, so screw those who are less fortunate, is what TV's Ricky Gervais thinks. Rick, I know you're a big fan of the likes of Bryan Adams, Robert Palmer, Alien, Ant Farm, and obviously ZZ Top.
Yeah.
And so you'll be enjoying the best air guitar album in the world
Brilliant.
ever, Volume 2.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Well, Volume 1 wasn't enough. There wasn't
No,
enough.
exactly. Again, we've seemed to be able to give one of these away every week. Are you just not sending these out? I mean, these are the same prizes we started this game with, I think, a couple of weeks back. Are you just not sending the prizes out?
Yeah, but I want to give, like, more people a chance, because if 1 week they listen in and think, God, I wouldn't mind winning that,
Sure.
if you've got more copies of it, they'll go, well, I'll listen next week.
Okay.
Yeah?
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So again, this is one of those, the best songs you've heard on an advert ever album.
Mainly mobile phones?
Mainly mobile phone adverts, yeah, although there is the Smash Mouth one, which was used in the Ford Fiesta TV.
Oh, yeah. Walking on the sun or something.
I forget what it was. The Smashing Pumpkins album that we've given away in the past again,
Yeah.
obviously got a bulk order of those that can't shift them. Wild Weather, I don't know who's interested in this. This
What,
is,
is that a double box set VHS of different weather? That's amazing.
Yeah, there's
That is
2
amazing.
cassette tapes there. It's presented
How long is
by
that?
Donna McIntyre. It's a thrilling trip with the most exciting forces of our wild and turbulent world.
So I'm
Clouds,
right in
weather,
saying
storms.
it's a double VHS
Stuff like
video
tornadoes
set
and that.
of different weather.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's got, includes the fastest winds, the hottest
you're
desert, and the biggest rain machine on the planet. That's on there, I think you have to...
God. I wonder if I heard they're bringing out another box set, Soil.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to go through different mud.
And this you may be of interest. I read good reviews of the DVD of this. It's a 2-disc set. The Wicker Man,
Oh,
the classic
right,
70s
great
film,
film,
but
yeah.
it's got a bunch of extras
That
in
is
there.
actually quite a
that's
good
actually
film.
worth having. I would probably throw the rest away.
But
or
the
palm
Wicker
it
Man,
off
get it on
someone at
DVD,
Christmas.
and it's quite very interesting.
Yeah, but you'll enjoy that.
So what this
sometimes-
Rockbusters, is it?
Yeah, that's for Rockbusters.
Brilliant. Well, I say get the ball rolling now.
What, of Rockbusters?
Yeah, get the ball
I don't
rolling.
know, I mean, tease them, Rick. Don't sort of spunk all the good stuff early on. I mean, that's dynamite.
you can say spunk, I can't. Go on.
Well, we've got, actually it's quite good moving it about, because we might have some new listeners here.
Yeah.
I would have thought so.
Yeah. Not after last week.
No.
Right, okay, so if you haven't heard it before, I'll give you some initials. It's like initials of an artist or of a
It's
band.
Blockbusters.
And a cryptic clue to who the band is. There's 2 easy ones, 1 difficult one. First one is, That'll Never Get Off the Ground.
Right.
Yeah?
That'll Never Get Off the Ground.
That'll Never Get Off the Ground is the clue.
Not
and
LZ.
The initials are LZ.
You are joking.
2 easy ones.
Right.
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
Right, and then you've got, that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own. Right.
Say it again.
That woman has got a pair of her husband's gloves and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH. Right? It's a bit of a difficult one. And then the last one, you'll get a right load of bacon off them. Right?
You'll get what?
A right load of bacon off them. That's L.
L.
Yeah, so once
You'll
again,
get a
very
right
quickly,
load of bacon off of them.
you'll get a right load of bacon off them. So first one, That'll Never Get Off the Ground, LZ. That woman has got her husband's gloves and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH.
Brilliant.
And you'll get a right load of bacon off them. That's L. The first one was That'll Never Get Off the Ground, LZ.
Yeah.
The answer there was Led Zeppelin.
So easy.
Yeah, but I said that to you. There's always 2 easy ones and a difficult one.
Go on.
The third one was you'll get a load of bacon off them.
Go on.
That was L. Long Pigs.
Right.
Yeah. And then the second one was that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own.
Yeah.
HH.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Erman's Hermits. I'm going to come in with topics every week, and this week I've got
Ghosts.
No, hanging bacon is one of the topics.
Say that again.
Hanging bacon.
Hanging bacon.
All the titles.
Francis Bacon.
No, all the titles are sort of named to sort of tease you and get you more interested in it.
Hanging bacon. Well, you've certainly intrigued.
Go on, what's another title one?
Hairy Chinese kid.
I'm gonna go for that one.
If there was a university degree with that title,
Yeah, no, I'm gonna go for Hairy Chinese Kid,
And
I
the
think.
final one,
Yeah.
Alien Gives Man a Beard.
Right.
Alien Gives Man a Beard.
I am gonna burst. Right, listen, Carl, you've got to tell me. Right, first, right, let's do it in
No,
reverse
we're
order.
not going to do it now anyway.
What do you mean? We've got to do it now. I mean, this is the first interesting thing you've said in an hour. Okay, the listeners have just been subjected to rubbish and mistakes and everything for the last 6 months. Please, we've got to do Alien Gives Man a Beard. What is that? Tell us that.
Right.
Sorry, this is just you telling me something, is it? This feature is you telling me something.
Teaching you something. Educating Ricky.
So are we playing it now? We're already into this feature. Well into this feature, are we?
Yeah, I suppose we are, yeah.
should there not be a jingle or something?
Yeah, can we have a
Well, there's
jingle?
no point, because look, I come up with ideas and you dismiss them straight away, so I'm not wasting my time making stuff.
Right.
If you don't like
well, okay,
it.
let's play Educating Ricky.
Right.
Brilliant. Go. Right.
Right, so-
Ding-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling.
Educating Ricky.
Right, what we going for then? Hanging the bacon, Hairy Chinese kid, Alien Gives Man a Beard.
I think Alien Gives Man a Beard.
I'd like
We're all
to do
excited
that.
about
Right, there's this fella, I think it happened in America, and he saw a bright light in the sky. And,
God, if you're bored.
and he stood there,
This is a true story, is it?
yeah, he stood there,
Yes, of course it isn't, Steve.
and he saw this bright light, and it came closer and closer, and it was a UFO, right?
Yep.
And he looked at it, and it disappeared, right? And he gets back in his car,
He looks in the mirror.
and he looks in the mirror.
Yep.
He's only got a beard.
He has.
You sure it wasn't someone else who got in the car? And he was still standing out there?
No, right?
What?
And it turned out,
Yeah.
he got home and said to his wife or his girlfriend, it's a bit weird. So I just got out of the car to look at a bright light, and I got back in the car, I grew a beard, and she said, never mind your beard, where have you been for 3 days? And what had happened is...
He passed out because he was pissed.
No. The UFO had taken him for 3 days.
Yeah.
But he'd only thought that he'd only looked at it and it went away.
Yeah.
But what had happened is, he took him, and he grew a beard because he hasn't had a shave.
Right, okay. I mean, was Will Smith or Tommy Lee Jones anything to do with this at all? Did you see this on a video, maybe, and thought it was an educational film?
No, it's from a book that some kind person sent in to me. Here.
Can I just ask again, just again, I'm just throwing this right back at you. Do you think there's any other possible answer here? Right, a man is absent for 3 days from home.
He's grown a
length
beard.
of time that it could take to grow a beard, lest we forget. What if he hadn't actually seen a bright light in the sky?
What if he was lying? What if he was lying?
He'd got knocked unconscious, he'd had a car crash.
Just
any
lying.
other
No,
thing.
just lying.
Or he was just lying.
Yeah, he'd been on a bender, getting pissed for 3 days
and that
with
was
his
his
mates.
excuse to his wife.
And they went, Dennis, what are you gonna tell your wife?
Well, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
He's not going to believe I was out with you, lads.
Just say you're only away for a minute. No, I wasn't away from it because of the beard. Oh yeah, look, it looks like you've been out for 3 days. Well, we have. That's
Exactly.
right. Okay, we've got to cover that then. Alien abduction.
Great one.
Okay, let's try that.
Do you see? That's a little scenario there that could have been played.
So, when you say educating Ricky, what have I learnt from this? Never listen to you again. That's all I've learnt so far. Never listen to you.
Yeah, we'll add a little bit more in here, right? To
Well,
spice this
no,
up.
what do you mean add a little bit more?
We'll add a bit more to this what I'm educating you about,
Go on.
right? There's only a law in America that says if you touch a UFO, you're gonna get done. Now, why would they make a rule? I don't know that. Do you know, like, all their rules have a code?
Carl, I genuinely do not know what you're talking about.
Right. Do you know, like, how here they might have...
Do you know
I
what?
have no idea.
Right,
Okay.
Do you know, like, over
Rick,
here...
I'm listening to Capital on these headphones. I got Foxy on from yesterday.
Right, let's bin that.
No way, it's great. From 1978, Carl, Werewolves of London by Warren Zevon. Are you a fan of that?
It's alright, that.
Great track, isn't it?
Fans of Warren Zevon, maybe if you should know he's got a new album out as we speak. Although, if you're a fan, you probably know that already.
Yeah.
If you aren't a
People
fan,
who hate him would
Yeah,
be interested
would be-
in knowing
yeah.
that he's got a new album out. Do you believe in, I think
Werewolves.
lycanthropy? Is it not called?
What's that, sorry?
Lycanthropy.
What's lycanthropy?
Isn't that werewolfism?
Really?
Isn't it? Do you believe in that, Carl?
They've found stuff, haven't they? They've found kids walking about who are all hairy. Because they've sort of grew up with, wolves and that.
Yeah.
So...
No. You see, two things there. Right, you cannot take on acquired characteristics genetically. So, if you grew up with wolves, it wouldn't suddenly make you hairy.
There's been pictures, there's been stories on it, and I reckon most people have, or a lot of people have seen the stories. It's a popular thing.
You mean the kids that are born hairy?
No, there's kids who've been born hairy, right?
Yeah, that's it.
No, but listen, and they walk around on all fours, and they drink milk from a saucer.
Steve, this is
No,
too
remember,
easy.
remember that time with the maggot in the head?
Yeah.
And getting out with bacon, and you were like laughing, and then people called up and said, "Yeah, I've seen that. I've read about that."
Yeah,
this
but
is the same thing.
Have you seen an XFM listener up close? Have you ever looked?
They
studied?
drink milk from a saucer.
Yeah, they've got to be kept on leads. People who listen to this show.
There's no point me telling you about stuff.
There is. It's comedy
See,
gold.
when you were at school, did you keep arguing with the teacher saying you're talking rubbish there?
Teachers didn't teach us about werewolf boys and ghosts. They taught us maths. God, right. Tell the story about the manhole cover.
Right, in the same magazine as the one with the cat and the fire and that.
Don't tell me that story again, it gives me the shivers.
Yeah, a cat that's got a weird expression on its face is against God.
Anyway, this isn't a scary story. This was just like
gotta
physics.
explain.
Physics.
Yeah, yeah.
It was going on about the nuclear bomb and how powerful it is. And they put a manhole cover on top of one.
Okay.
Blew it up.
Yeah.
Never saw the manhole cover again.
Man alive, Carl.
I
unexplained.
What's going on there? Something weird is happening there. Oh.
If anyone has ever seen that manual cover, please get in touch. We'd love to know where it is.
Oh, that's fantastic. What sort of experiment is that? I imagine all these scientists on multi-billion-pound research budgets, they're going, we test everything. What would they do to a manual cover? Don't know.
That's like letting a couple of students
Yeah, exactly,
have control of a nuclear
Do you reckon it can send a traffic cone into orbit? Go on then, put it on there. I love that. I imagine that. What value is that? I might tell you what we could do. We could put the manhole cover on it and aim it and then blow the bomb up, and the manhole cover would have someone's eye out. Fire it. See if you can fire manhole covers off the nuclear bomb. I don't know. Try bangers to a bomb. See if it's louder. Oh, God.
XFM 104.9.
Sorry, I was going to back announce that track and just mention it was Elliott Smith and the track Son of Sam.
Well, I think I'd just better ask Carl a couple of quick questions about Hitler. Then we can, you know, get on with our lives.
Okay, we can take that particular box.
Yeah, put that. Yeah. Okay, Carl.
Put that particular dictator to bed.
It's week 3 of his education. You've nailed Rasputin and Che Guevara. I don't want to lose complete sight of those. I'll maybe ask you a couple of those in the week just to so you keep your mind on it. But Hitler.
Tell us the story.
What have you learned?
Do you want to ask some questions?
No, not really. Just sum it up in a minute. What do you
I can't do it
think?
in a minute.
Well, can I ask some questions then? Where was he born?
Austria.
Tell us about his early life.
Right, he was a young lad.
Brilliant.
What in his early life? Okay.
Yeah.
What's the name? His mum was his dad's second cousin, which is a bit weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
They had 5 kids.
He's going, yeah, it's usually first cousin where I come from. Oh, that's unfair, isn't it? There's no need for that.
There was 5 kids, but only 2 of them, including Hitler, including him and his sister survived. The others died at an early age.
Okay.
Right. Anyway, so they grew up, and the mum died and the dad died and that, and he thought, oh, what am I going to do? Because he didn't do well at school, didn't have many qualifications.
No.
Liked art.
Did he have a GCSE in history?
Liked art, right? And then, so he said, right, I'm going to go to Munich. I missed a bit out, actually. Jewish people were in Austria, he didn't really like them.
Okay.
He thought they got, you know, special treatments and stuff, and just didn't like them. So he went to Munich, and he joined the army.
Right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he was in the army, and he got injured.
Right.
So he went to hospital, and whilst he was in hospital, the World War I ended, and he was like, oh God, I want to...
I was enjoying that.
Yeah, you know. So... Don't, because you're breaking the concentration.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm not even sure I want to join in on this one, just in case.
Okay.
Right, go on.
Right, so...
He was in hospital. World
He's in
War ended.
hospital. He gets a bit better. He's never that fit, though. He's one of these blokes who was always ill. That was on something like 30 tablets a day or something. Comes out of there, joins some other army.
Right.
God, you know, I knew it all this morning.
I can see it running to ground. I just see his face going, I'm not nailing the fact, am I? And joined another army, and he was...
Listen, let's try and help you.
Here's a good bit. I remember this bit. He thought that war to men, right, was like childbirth is to women. That's how important he thought it was.
All right.
Right? So it's like, you know, you fight for 9 months, and at the end of it, you own something, right?
Yeah.
So, he goes on and all that. He's in Berlin.
Yeah.
And, he's fighting his way through, like, you know, trying to take over countries and that. And he does he do Berlin? Does he?
Sorry, wait a minute. Is he Chancellor yet?
What year is it? 35?
Let's skip the kind of climb to power then. He's now the dictator of Germany.
Right, he's in charge, yeah. And this is when, you know, he gets his own back on the Jewish people and that, and he's got his own little armies, and he's setting fire to Jewish businesses and all this. And, anyway, cut a long story short,
Please do.
When he came to, like, fighting Britain,
Yeah.
came a bit sort of unstuck,
Yeah.
right? started fighting
Not
back.
so easy, is it, this world domination, Adolf?
Britain was there, France was helping out,
Yeah,
Americans were helping out.
yeah.
So, oh god, so
a bit late, but yeah, go on.
he goes into a bunker in Berlin,
Yeah,
and it's all kicking off,
yeah,
and apparently, like, Germany sort of surrenders,
yeah.
says it's all over, forget it, we can't beat you. He was really annoyed with this, and he thought, oh, I can't show me face around here. So
Because it would be embarrassing.
he's with his missus, who nobody knew was his wife,
Right,
Eva, in this bunker,
yeah.
and, so he said, I've had enough of this. He shoots himself.
Yeah.
She poisons herself, and the chauffeur buries him or something, or burns him.
Right.
And in all the time he was in charge, 50 million people died.
So that's 1918 to 1945.
Yeah.
Between...
It felt like that.
Between Travis and the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Next week. That's fantastic.
That's remarkable. I have to say that you sort of lost your grasp somewhere along the line, because you started off confidently, but you lost your way.
I've had a really busy week, and last night I was like whizzing through it.
Sure.
And then this morning, I woke up, and, you know, Suzanne had been away for about 3 days, right?
Yeah.
I hardly spoke to her. She's been busy, I've been busy. First thing to say when I wake up, oh, just ask me some stuff on Hitler.
You are romantic. Oh, that's great.
That's how stressful it's getting. But I knew it all this morning, honestly.
No, but that's fine. I think you've summed up the, you know, you've done that. Right,
captured it in essence.
just for a bit of balance, I've got your next week's, homework. It's the same series, there's little books, there's tiny little books, just 3 inches long by 2 inches wide.
Crammed with so much information there.
Winston Churchill. There you go. You'll enjoy that. Yeah?
I'm getting a bit bored now, though. This is what happened in school.
Think of the listeners.
Did really well in infants. Once I got to secondary, lost interest.
Was it the breakup between you and Harris?
And Zoe. I'm wondering if, you spiralled into something there.
Yeah, because it's like all these other, you know, these men of history, they always had sort of things happen in their early childhood, didn't they? Maybe yours is the Zoe Harris, dress incident.
Well, let's just refer to it as the Zoe incident.
Yeah.
From now on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Winston Churchill, the bit I left out in the Hitler story, Hitler was scared of this man.
Yeah.
And I can tell you something else about Winston Churchill.
Go on.
He said he can remember being in the womb. And he was born in a public toilet.
Play a record. PJ Harvey, This Is Love, XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl. Carl called me in the week, Steve. I know we sort of banned each other from speaking to him.
What, you seem to have just disobeyed that rule every
I
week.
can't believe it. I just can't resist it. But, he said, just saw a programme. He said, what's that big balloon that blew up? And the newsreader was going all mental. And I went, is that the Hindenburg? He went, yeah. Oh, I said it was a big Zeppelin. He went, yeah. He went, what happened? I said, it was helium, wasn't it? And I went, yeah. I said it was just a huge Zeppelin full of helium. And what caused us? I don't know. It could be a spark or anything, but of course it just goes, because it's helium so flammable. And he went, now they didn't show this in the documentary, but did all their voices go funny? And I went, what? He went, well, no, if you take a little bit of a little balloon of helium, your voice goes funny. So if that was like millions of gallons of it, and it blew up in the air, and it was in the atmosphere, you'd be talking like Donald Duck, he went. So, imagine that.
God.
What I liked about it, I said, this wasn't in the documentary.
No, it's an oversight. Maybe just time was against him, they didn't have time to explain.
Just like that book about Hitler didn't have his one ball incident.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
It's annoyed me, that.
What has?
The old Hitler book.
Why?
Just because I knew it all. Do you know what I mean? I was cycling in today. I was like, going through it all again.
Yeah.
Had it all in my head.
But that's why you should know something as opposed to just cram and have a piece of trivia that's precariously sort of teetering on the edge.
But what I don't understand,
You know what I mean? It's
well, you're not interested by it.
That's
it's
what I
one
mean,
of the most
you know.
fascinating things.
you know all about things you're interested in, you never forget them, do you? You know?
Yeah, I was a bit interested in it, but like I say, I mean, I'm cramming all this into a normal week. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go on and, you know, you watch telly and that in the week, you've got loads of leisurely time. I'm sort of using the only little bit of rest time I have to learn, as well as try to do all my other stuff.
Yeah.
He texted me yesterday about Hitler. He went, stop making me read this heavy shit. He said, I've seen in the back of this book, there's one on Elvis.
No, I mean, it is interesting, but not when you have to read it, do you know what I mean?
Right. But
more
do you
like
think
to
you'd
get
have
the
read it
file.
in your leisure time?
To be honest?
No, you wouldn't have, would you?
I wouldn't. No.
No, he's
What
not.
do you do in your leisure time?
I like, you know, going out for food and that.
Right.
Foraging. What do you mean going out for food?
Let's go.
Like, go have a little hole and go,
Go hunting.
Yeah. This is Carl. He's hungry. He knows he has to get to the greasy spoon by 11. Wow. Wow. Wow.
Many of Carl's close friends have never made it across this road.
There was a zebra crossing installed just for the safety of Carl. Beep, 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 beep. Can I have a bacon butty and... Carl is enjoying his... Wow, but he has to get back.
His girlfriend's asked for one as well. She's home with the PlayStation 2.
Wow.
Oh.
Alright, Rick. It was David Bowie impressions earlier, now it's just a selection of crazy sound effects, like that guy in Police Academy.
You said you wanted some. He hasn't got time to make them up. He's reading about Hitler. You heard him.
Do a machine gun or a helicopter.
We've got to do all our own sound effects. Oh. So do you want a week off? Do you not want to learn about Winston Churchill? Why don't you read it if you want to, and just if you get interested, then read on. I think
Because
that's
that's what I did with school and it didn't work.
no. You decided you didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So,
But hasn't that taught you something?
can't we just do it like a TV series? It doesn't go on forever. We've done 3 weeks. Give it a rest now for like the summer.
Yeah, because most series last for 3 weeks.
Oh, you know.
Yeah. Okay. What's your favourite subject in the world? What's your favourite thing in the world?
I would have said, what, at school, like?
No, just in life. What are you interested in?
I like little interesting bits. Like,
sentences.
Atlantic Ocean. It's got 17 quadrillion gallons of water in it.
Right.
Well, that's interesting without having to read a book.
Why is that interesting though? What are you basing that on? When you think of 17 quadrillion,
It's a lot, innit?
what are you imagining?
Just like a big wave. Imagine how much water.
Yeah.
What's your subject then?
I don't know. No, it's just that. Wilson, what's your favourite subject? You gave me a fact that is so.
No, but that sort of thing. Like I said to you before, you were talking about monkeys, and I said, do you know that if you give a monkey a childbirth tablet, it works on it the same way because it's kitted out the same.
Could I just say something? We weren't talking about monkeys.
What were we talking about then?
You know, we were talking about something completely different, and you went, if you give a monkey a childbirth pill, it works. That's what you said.
No, we were talking about monkeys.
we were talking about sneezing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you went, if you give a monkey childbirth pills, it works. That's.
Well, yeah, we were talking about interesting things about sneezing, and I remembered an interesting fact about monkeys. So,